I am Ashok Viswandas, Professor of Applied Economics in Indian Institute of Public Administration. Today we are going to discuss sustainable concerns in Indian agriculture. Sustainable agriculture is the successful management of resources for agriculture to satisfy the changing human needs while managing or enhancing the quality of environment, improving the social and economic conditions of the farmer, agri-labor and social communities. It also includes safeguarding the health and welfare of farmers and conserving renewable natural resources. The practice of sustainable agriculture is important as it accelerates the productivity, efficiency and employment and reduce the practices which adversely affect quality of soil, water resources and other natural resources. The accelerated use of natural resources, the degradation of the land resources based with accompanying impact on biodiversity and also affects climate change are all posing a challenge to the survival and welfare of the people. Natural resources need to be managed in a holistic manner as these are direct linkages among the various components. The intensification of ecological agriculture is now required more than ever before as it has the potential to sustainably feed the growing population by bringing evergreen revolution based on sustainable thinking. Given that India is going to be most populous nation on this planet by 2027, its demand for food, feed and fiber is going to accelerate rapidly with rising per capita income. Both land and water are going to be under tremendous pressure. It is increasingly realized that water is going to be a bigger constraint in Indian agriculture than even the land. Despite about 83% of supplies of water towards agriculture, more than half of Indian agriculture is still rain-fed, resulting in underachievement of potential productivity and profitability. The situation emerges primarily due to highly skewed distribution of irrigation water amongst crop. More than 60% of water used for agriculture purposes is utilized for irrigating two water guzzler crops, rice and sugarcane, having a share of just 24% in gross cropped area. This skewed water allocation and inefficient irrigation practices like flood irrigation are raising flags regarding sustainability of water use in Indian agriculture. Climate change has gained significant international attention over the past few decades due to concerns of deleterious long-term impacts of agriculture, water supply and human welfare. It can impact agriculture in various ways, for example, soil getting drier, reduced productivity, reduced supply of water for irrigation, increased ranges in population of pests, increased disease and heat stress on livestock. Strategy for sustainability will include conservation, agriculture and residue management, integrated farming system, watershed management, good agriculture practices, rain-fed agriculture. Now let us discuss conservation agriculture. The conservation agriculture, which is advocating an alternative way to conventional production system, has been adopted by Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations as a lead model for improving sustainability. The primary focus of developing and promoting CA, that is conservation agriculture practice in India, has been the development and adoption of zero tillage cum fertilizer drill on sowing crops. Concerns about burning of crop residues and its increasing cost of management, declining water tables and increasing environmental problems are the major factors forcing a look at the alternative technologies. Development and promotion of appropriate farm machinery are needed to facilitate collection, volume reduction, transportation and application of crop residue and sowing of the succeeding crop. Conservation agriculture leads to variety of benefits that include economic benefit that improve production efficiency, agronomic benefit that improve soil productivity, environmental and social benefit that protect the soil and make agriculture more sustainable. Now I will come to integrated farming management or integrated farming system, that is IFS. IFS is a positive interaction of two or more components of different nature such as crops, livestock, fishery, trees with the farm to enhance profitability in a sustainable and environmental friendly way. A judicious mix of two or more of these farm enterprises with advanced agronomic management tools may complement the farm income together with the help of recycling the farm residues. The selection of enterprise must be based on the cardinal principles of minimizing the competition and maximizing the complementariety between the enterprises. IFS is a practical way forward for agriculture that will benefit the society, not just those who practice it. It is a dynamic concept which must have the flexibility to be relevant on any farm in any country, and it must be receptive to change and technological advances. IFS is an entire complex of development, management and allocation of resources as well as decision and activities within an operational farm unit or a combination of units. The existing trade pattern is unsustainable and needs to be corrected by reforming the trade policy in favor of import of water intensive crops and export of water efficient crops. Watershed management. The purpose of watershed management is to sustain and enhance watershed function that affect the plant, animal and human communities within the watershed boundary. It helps creating jobs and incomes for the welfare of the watershed community. Good agriculture practice. The Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations uses good agriculture practice, which is called GAP, GAP, as a collection of principles to apply for on-farm production and post-production processes. There are 4 pillars of GAP: environmental sustainability, economic viability, social acceptability, food safety and quality. This results in safe and healthy food and non-food agriculture products. These must be included in the most private and public sector standards. The concept of GAP has evolved in recent years in the context of rapidly changing and globalizing food economy. And as a result of the concerns and commitments of a wide range of stakeholders about the food security, food safety and quality, and the environmental sustainability of agriculture. A broadly accepted approach using GAP principles, genetic indicators and practices will help guide national policy, actions and preparation of strategies. This will ensure that all stakeholders benefit from application of GAP in the food chain. Some key elements of GAP include prevention of problems before they occur, risk assessment, commitment to food safety at all levels, communication through production chain, mandatory employee education program at operational level, field and equipment sanitation, integrated pest management, oversight and enforcement. Growers who adopt good agriculture practice can go through a voluntary auditing process to verify that they follow the standard. Successful completion of an audit results in GAP certification for the grower. Rain-fed agriculture is important for the country's economy and food security since it contributes about 40% of the total food grain production, supports 2/3 of the livestock and 40% of human population. The state of rain-fed agriculture is precarious and the problems associated with it are multifarious, such as scarcity of water, low cropping intensity, high cost of cultivation, poor adoption of modern technology, uncertainty in output. Solar panel may be set up on farmers' field as a third crop. The solar crop can additionally act as a source of income insurance to farmers. The solar pump irrigators cooperative enterprise called SPICE in Gujarat, just as an example, is worthwhile model that can be followed and scaled up. A holistic development including rain-fed agriculture is warranted for improving sustainability. A site-specific real-time contingency plan RTCP needs to be developed to ensure better performance of crops during seasonal drought and extreme events. Sustainable agriculture is critical in ensuring viability and consistent growth in both farm practices and income. For this, a holistic approach is required. The implementation of good agriculture practices would contribute to sustainable agriculture and rural development, will help creating new market opportunity for farmers and exporters in developing countries. Given the challenges emerging from climate change, which hint towards greater frequency, intensity and duration of droughts, floods, heat waves and hailstorms, India must not only focus on augmenting its utilizable water resources, but more importantly on using scarce water resources more efficiently. First and foremost thing in that direction is to measure and monitor water productivity of agriculture. The inequity in irrigation water allocation among crop, with more than 60% of it being utilized for cultivation of 2 water guzzling crops, namely sugarcane and paddy, add to distress of agriculture water use. Competing demands of water from rapid urbanization and industrialization cannot be met unless agriculture makes a paradigm shift in water use. Production system can be considered as truly sustainable only when it balances the economic interest with the ecological demands.